Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live. Oh, my good name is Omboy. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, Lord, I know I'm late. I know I'm almost 20, I think 30 minutes late. Oh my God. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Omboy. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're talking about age is just a number. Age is just a number. That's what we're gonna be talking about. Let me wait for some of you all to join in. Kind of need a little bit of. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Omboy. Oh my God, yet another day. I am so sorry. I'm 30 minutes late, but okay, it's been such a day. Mondays are usually so random for me. Yep. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. You're gonna be talking about age is just a number, and then when we say age is just a number, this is literally a discussion, and as we always know, this is usually like a debate. Um, yeah. So we're gonna be talking about age is just a number. So is that just something that we say so that we can feel better, or is that something that can translate into real life? Okay. So, Ezra. Ezra, basically, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Ezra says, no, it's not. Why? Okay, so age is just a number. That's what we're gonna be talking about. Labani Mandal says hi. Hi Laban, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. So we're gonna be talking about age is just a number. Do you believe that age is just a number? Age is just a number. Period. Ezra says no, it's not. If age is not just a number, why is it not just not a number? Okay. Let me know where you're watching me from. Prashant Sai says, hi buddy, hi to you. Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Let us like the live stream, you guys, and subscribe. Like the live stream and subscribe. Akash Chaugule says hi. Hi to you. Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Prashant, where are you from? I'm from Kenya. Labani Mandal says, how are you? I'm good. I'm great. How are you guys doing? We're gonna be talking about age is just a number. Age is just a number. Do you guys agree with that? Uh, yeah, with that says Ezra says age in terms of what? In terms of dating, in terms of job, in terms of like the age where you succeed. So is age just a number? Prashantan says, may I ask you some personal questions? Yes, you can. Laban Mandal says, are you married? No, I'm not, although I'm engaged. Cornell Miller says Philadelphia. Oh my God! Welcome to the live stream. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Let me know where you're watching me from. You're gonna be talking about age is just a number. How true is that statement? How true is that statement? Age is just a number. And when we talk about age is just a number, we're gonna be looking at dating. We're gonna be looking the age at which people expect you to be successful and all of that thing. But what you can do in the meantime, you guys, you can subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Okay. Uh, so we let's first of all look at big age gap relationships. Would you date someone who is 10 years older or 10 years younger than you? Let's first look at that question. Would you date someone who is 10 years older or 10 years younger than you? Would you date someone who is 10 years older or 10 years younger than you? Uh, Ezra says she must be at least 5 years younger or the same age. Wow, at least 5 years. Why? Why is that? I feel like people usually judge women who are usually with younger men. For example, a woman in her 50s with a with 20-year-old man. It's like everybody always judge that. But Ezra, you're saying you have to be with a lady who is 5 years younger than you or the same age. Why is that? Prashanta says I lose it at the age of 14. I lose it. What do you mean? What do you mean you lost at the age of 14? Would you date someone who is 10 years older or 10 years younger than you? Remember, you guys were talking about age is just a number. Let me know, do you believe that age is just a number? So in the meantime, you guys can like and subscribe. Prashant, make sure you're telling me where you're watching me from. I would really like to read your name out. Prashant Science says, hey, please answer me. Which question? The only thing that I lose it at the age of 14. What is that? What did you lose at the age of 14? What did you lose? Are you implying that you lost your virginity at the age of 14? CJ says, good evening, beautiful. Good evening to you. Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. I love your hair. Thank you so much. I always hear that when I'm out here. So today you're gonna be but thank you so much. You're gonna be talking about age is just a number. How true is that information? Age is just a number. Age is just a number. So do you believe age is just a number? Would you date someone who is 10 years older than you or 10 years younger than you? Which one is would you prefer? So and for those people who is their first time, kindly let me know where you're watching me from. Also, you might consider liking and subscribing. Ezra Basil says, young people who date extremely old people usually do it because of hunger and poverty. You don't know that for sure. You don't know that for sure. Is it a bad thing? First of all, let me tell you one thing, Ezra. If I'm gonna go for an older man, like definitely he has to have something like, okay, not in a bad way, but he gotta be stable, okay? Because you're looking at, can you imagine like you're with someone who is like 50 years older than you and they literally have nothing? No, but I don't think people go for older people because of hunger and poverty. But if that's what you say, guys, you're talking about age is just a number. Let me know how, if you believe that information. Prashant says, please answer me. I don't know what's your question. Ask your question once more. You're talking about age is just a number. Would you date someone who is 10 years older or 10 years younger than you are? So that's what you're talking about here. Ezra says, young people who date extremely old people usually do it because of hunger and poverty. I just don't know, okay? I think so, I think I wouldn't be the right person to sit here and judge because I ain't no saying. But I can tell you for sure, for some people it's not that. I feel like when you date an older person, you first of all you're dating their maturity. Most of the time this person is gonna be supportive of every extreme wild dream that you have. Well, when you date someone who is like the same age as you, literally most of the time we are dealing with like we are both immature or something. So that's why I feel like, in my opinion, so Ezra is saying that young people who date older people, extremely old people, is because of hunger and poverty. I don't think so. Sometimes you date them because of the maturity that they have. Because when you're with these old people, like, you can literally be yourself. Okay, let me know if you ever dated old people. Why would you date an older person? Okay, would you date somebody who is 10 years older or younger than you? My good name is Omboy, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Already Ezra is cracking me up, but wow. Oh Lord. Yeah, I feel like that's also a call for parents to work hard for their children not to be in such scenarios. Okay. So maybe there was a question that I wanted here to ask, like, does maturity matter more than age? Does maturity matter more than age? Wow, wow, wow. Uh-huh. Okay, and because Ezra, you said that, that can also even bring me to like something of asking myself, can love genuinely ignore age difference? Can love genuinely ignore age difference? I think it can. I think it can. I was watching a show. It's called Later Daters. Okay. Honestly, it's just that like people get older. It's just that their body gets old. That, in my opinion, that's just how I see it. I just feel like it's not such a big deal. Like it's just that they get older. It doesn't mean that they lose who is there. But for context, it depends with where. Old people out here in Kenya, for example, or in African countries, I feel like old people out here are really old. It may be because of their lifestyle. It may be because of different reasons, but mostly because of lifestyle. But I feel like old people elsewhere. Let's talk about maybe Europe, Asia, uh, even sometimes the US. I don't feel like old people out there are really old. They're still in touch with like modern activities, because most of the time the modern things that are out here were literally modern in 1990 out there. Okay, so I just don't know. So age is just a number. Age is just a number. I honestly, I can see me arguing both sides to this story, but you guys let me know what you think about the same. uh and also I have seen a lot of people judging older women with younger men. Okay, I feel like according to the society, it's completely okay for younger women to be with old men, but it's not okay for older women to be with young men. I just feel that's literally an addressed double standard that's literally so weird and awkward. Farisa says, hello, beautiful. Hello to you. Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Do you feel like age is just a number? Ezra said that like old people. Ezra said that young people who are with old people is because of hunger and poverty. How true is that statement to you? Do you literally believe that, or you believe that anybody is allowed to be with anybody? Like, uh, yeah. So would you date, when you, let's say you're in your 20s, would you date someone who is, let's say, in their 50s, 60s and stuff? But I know it's pretty common. It's only here online where we are out here judging it. But in real life, I feel like these are things that happens. Um, so what are you guys talking about, please? No, like we are talking about the topic that I have, or something that I wanted us to talk about today is age is just a number. So that's what you're talking about. I asked a question: would you date someone who is 10 years older or 10 years younger than you? And then Ezra said that young people who date extremely old people is because of hunger and poverty. So that's what, that for context, that's what you're talking about. So that's what we are literally talking about. Do you guys believe that young people who date older people is because of hunger and poverty? Because honestly, I feel like there's just people who choose. Honestly, I feel like we literally usually stigmatize getting old so much. You even fear getting older. Like that's why we have so many creams that we are selling for making sure you stay young and energetic. For making sure, I feel like we just we stigmatize getting old so much. We can't even fathom the idea of getting old. Africa Will Never Unite says, my uncle is 60-year-old and dating a 20-year-old. Is he wrong? According to me, he's not wrong, because that's just a preference. But okay, let me post something to you. Africa Will Never Unite. So my aunt is 70-year-old and she's dating a man who is 26-year-old. Is that wrong? My aunt is 70-year-old. She's dating a 26-year-old man. Is that wrong? But you know what I feel like, the whole thing double standard that's going on, when people look at a 26-year-old man dating a 70-year-old woman, is like the possibility of him even ever having a child is through the window, like is not even on the table. Okay, when a young man who is 26-year-old dates a 70-year-old woman, for sure, if he's gonna stay loyal to this woman, he's never gonna have a biological child. Okay, so I feel like that's where there's a double standard, because a 60-year-old man can impregnate a 20-year-old woman. Okay, let people live their lives as long as it's legal. But Ezra said that young people who are with extremely old people is because of hunger and poverty. How true is that information? Remember, you guys, we're talking about age is just a number. That's what you're talking about. Age is just a number. Do you guys believe that age is just a number, or are we just saying this so that we can be politically correct or something? Personally, I don't mind dating a 60-year-old or even a 70-year-old. I literally do not mind, to be really honest with you guys, because as far as he's mature and he's providing and like he got things going on, what's my problem? Like, why not give these people a chance that the same way we would give people who are in their 20s? Why are we stigmatizing getting old? That's just my honest question. Let me know, you guys, would you date someone who is 10 years older or 10 years younger than you? Ezra says, dating someone who is old is risky. What if she dies at night because of heart attack? Why would you think about that? Why would you think about that? Okay, it's not. Let me tell you, you can even die before them. Like, you can even die before them. Okay, so Ezra, would you date someone who is older than you? Would you literally date someone who is older than you? Guys, welcome to the live stream. Welcome. Let me know. This is a very good topic that we have right here. Let us dismantle these stereotypes that we have. Divan Shish. Divan, hey, welcome to the live stream. Yes, age is just a number, because there's never any end point for us to achieve what we want and become the best version of ourselves. Clap for that. Okay, Divan says age is just a number because there's never any end for us to achieve what we want and become the best version of ourselves. I believe that's literally true. Okay, but as I was saying, also it depends with the geographical location, because I feel like old people in African countries are really old. I just don't know why. Maybe because of the type of jobs that we usually do out here. But I feel like old people somewhere else, they're still in touch with, like, they're still kind of like digital. I don't know, maybe this is something that I have internalized with my head. Yeah, but I feel like we should stop stigmatizing getting old, because it's something that is down the line for every one of us. Okay, guys, we're talking about age is just a number. Would you date someone who is 10 years older than you or 10 years younger than you? Okay, Fariso says, to date a young girl is not good, because if she get pregnant, how will she take care of her baby? Not a young girl. We are talking about we are not talking about teenagers. We are talking about girls in their 20s, girls who are ready for marriage. Okay, so how is that? Like, would you recommend if a 20-year-old decides, all of a sudden I want to be with a 70-year-old? I have seen it happen, but I have seen it maybe in interracial relationships. But people always say it's because of money, or like the lady is with the guy because of money. Okay, so what is your perspectives when it comes to this topic? I want to ask a question. So, can love genuinely ignore age difference? So, let's say you are dealing with a 10, 20, 30, 40-year-old age gap. Can love genuinely ignore age difference? Okay, because I feel like the fact is, when you're looking at dating somebody who is literally 20 or 30 years older than you, this is someone who have been doing life out there, so he's supposed to have something. Okay, but I feel like people have a problem with these young people who end up with these good people, these good older people, and then maybe at the end of the day she ends up inheriting, and everyone is out there saying that was her only intention. Okay, so but I have seen men also go on the same path right now, to be with older women. But you will always hear people that, oh my god, you're with that old person for a visa. There's always an explanation. Can't you guys just allow people to be and to date whoever they want, however old they are? First of all, everybody who've been on this channel long enough knows that I always say there's no reward in suffering, okay? So if you see someone, you get to know someone who is really nice to you, they are really good, it doesn't matter how old they are, you just keep moving. Divan says, I think it depends on person to person, whether they want to date someone older and younger, but I would be open to both because an elder would because an elder would teach me his life experience and I would be able to teach. Okay. Honestly, for me, to be really honest with you, I think I'm open. Okay, I would date someone who is 10 years older. Of course, 10 years younger literally puts me in a position where like I'm literally dealing with children because I'm still very very young. Okay, but somebody 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years older than me, that's not really a problem for me. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboi. Let us sub up, like um younger one. Oh, and I would teach. Oh, you would have an older one and a younger one, so you would teach your younger one the experience. Wow. The audacity, the audacity. So can love genuinely ignore age difference? Can love genuinely ignore age difference? Bob, welcome to the live stream, Bob. Bob says age is just a number. So how is that? Would you date someone who is 10 years older or 10 years younger than you are? Okay, Farisa says love is not about how they bigger than them. Self-love is about trusting and understanding. Okay, I see that, but how does that play out? Like, how does self-love play out with, like, because I feel like people usually say that like people who date older people don't have self-love. Okay, how does that play out? How do you say that you still love yourself but you're an older person? Okay, you guys be threatening, and let me tell you, I've seen people post their elder people and like people are just under those comment section bashing them and stuff, and I'm like, God. Manojoshi says, which country? Kenya. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. We are talking about age is just a number. Do you believe that age is just a number? And do you feel like love can genuinely ignore age difference? Yeah, so we are literally, let me know where you're watching me from. Make sure that you comment something. I'm literally gonna read your comment out loud. I usually read everybody's comments out here. That's literally common out here. Divan Shish says, but at the end, it's the love, respect, loyalty that matters, but that sadly doesn't exist anymore nowadays. It's all lust and body relations. No matter the age, the love should be pure. Wow, I know. No matter the age, because honestly, there's something so wrong, and I think that's why younger people mostly are going for older people. Old people, they are done with playing games. They just want to be themselves. They just want to be loyal. They just want to commit they just want to commit. They just want to slow down and stuff. I feel like in a situation where like a young person and an older person are dating, the person who is most likely maybe to be unfaithful maybe is the young person, because of course the older person is like tired, like they tired of games. They just want to settle and live happily ever after. Okay. Bob says, I ideally want to date my age mate. Anyone outside that would have to justify themselves. Wow, you do have some audacity going on. Why is that? Why would you only date people who are your age mates? Okay, is it that like you feel like you want to like start life with someone who is like your age mate and they really understand what you're going through? Why is that? Why would you rather go with someone who is your age mate? Okay, honestly, to be really honest, until I got myself into until I became an adult, I have never thought about which age I would really want to date. I've never thought about, oh, am I interested in elder people? Am I interested in younger people? For me, it's just, that was never something that I ever thought about. But maybe thanks to me being a bookwormer, I never thought about such things. But I think out here, to get out here, you really need to pre-think these things, okay? So, but also you guys, I would like you to help me answer why society judges older women with younger men differently. Okay, you know, I think you call them cougars. Yeah, an old woman with younger, who is interested in younger men. I think there's a real problem with that. But when it comes to the other way around, maybe because it's been happening, for example, in African countries, you would find out that the man is like 80 years old. For example, our first president, Jomo Kenyatta, our first Kenyan president. Um, let me dig those facts out. I don't want to lie here. How old? Okay. Mm-hmm. So, for example, look at this. Our first president, he was born in, let's see. Okay, when was he born? Okay, the wife was born, our first president, Jomo Kenyatta, his wife, Ngina Kenyatta, was born in 1933. Let's see how about the president himself. I think they had like a 40-year age gap. Okay, look at this, okay? Our first president, Kenyan president, if those who are watching and don't know where I come from, I'm Kenyan. So our first president, he was born in 1894. Okay, that's when he was born, 1894. And the wife was born in 1933. Quick maths, quick maths. Oh my God, I've become so dumb because of using calculators. Sorry. Quick maths, but I believe that's a huge age gap. Let's see, 1933. 1933 minus 1894. Can you imagine? They had a 39 years age gap, okay? Our first president, who was Jomo Kenyatta, his age, he was born in 1894, and his wife was born in 1933. They had a 39 years age gap. Okay, the wife is still existing to date, okay? So, but I feel like this is more acceptable. I don't usually hear anybody talking about the age gap between Jomo Kenyatta and his wife, okay? But if it was the other way around, like let's say the wife was born in 1894 and the husband was born in 1933, I feel like everybody would have a problem with that, okay? So why do we usually have a problem with like women being with why do we usually have a problem with women being with younger men, okay? So still we do have questions on the screen. Can love genuinely ignore age difference? Can love genuinely ignore age difference? Okay, and if you just joined in, we are talking about age gap. And for example, I did give an example of Kenyan president, the first president. He was born in 1894. Is it 1894, and the wife was born in 1933? So 39-year age gap. Okay, but nobody talks about that. Actually, I have never heard about it until I was a grown-up and I was looking up the details. I like politics and stuff. So can you see that type of age difference? So can love genuinely ignore the age difference? 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 I think love can genuinely ignore the age difference, because it's not about how old you are, it's about how you respect each other. It's about, you can find someone who is older than you, but they respect your goals, they respect your dreams, they support you, and you can be out here with a younger person who is literally seeing 6 of you at the same time. So I think it's a personal choice to decide, like, what do you that play out? How do you say that you still love yourself, but so So I feel like you can be with a younger person and they can be out there, or also you can be with an old person who respects you. Is that they just decision just mostly relies what you really want. Guys, welcome to the live stream. We are talking about age is just a number. Age is just a number. How true is that information when it comes to you? How true is that information when it comes to you? I think we are at the place where, or we are at the time where, like, we literally demonize age gap, okay? But I feel like this was something that was literally so common. But of course, we've fought, especially women, we've fought to make sure that this doesn't happen to our young girls. The other day, I saw a trending image of, like, I think 70-year-old man getting married to a 17-year-old girl. Okay, and I honestly, I didn't think that was right. I didn't think that was right because honestly, she didn't get to the age of consent. You could clearly see that she was being forced to get married to that person. But other than that, when you're already in your 20s and you can make the decision for yourself, it's like you can decide to be with whoever you want to be with. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, are people too obsessed with age milestones? Let's look at that. We cannot only talk about dating when it comes to this topic, when it comes to age. We have to even talk about success, okay? Most of us, especially by the time you're graduating, you're expecting to, like, mostly you have so many high expectations of yourself, especially in your 20s, but it's until you're done with school that's when you realize, oh my god, like, these things are not coming as quick as I wanted them to. So are people too obsessed with age milestones? And I feel like society doesn't make it easy, especially as a young person. They really want to put the pressure on you. The other day I posted something saying that, like, wait, I can't even remember what I was saying, but basically I was saying something to the effect of, like, don't let someone who never chased their dreams discourage you from chasing yours, okay? And I feel like that's what happens in the society. We have so many people that have never gone after their dreams. They've never chased anything that they want to be in this life. Okay, so I was just basically saying, don't allow those people who don't even know who they want to be, don't allow them to tell you who you are. Okay, let me read. Okay, I think it was saying your dreams do not need permission from people who never chased theirs. And I honestly meant every bit of that. Your dreams do not need permission from people who never chased theirs. And I think this kind literally relates to the to me talking about uh, people being so obsessed with, like, the age at which you acquire your success. Okay, people want you to acquire your success. For example, right now you're being given pressure to, like, have a car. Okay, and I know a car is a basic need in Europe, but here out here in Africa, we are literally pedestrians sometimes up to our 50s, okay? So you're being pressured to, like, you're comparing yourself with people who are in their 40s. They have nice cars, best cars, and stuff like that. But you're only in your 20s. You just turned 20, okay? You're comparing. We are only starting our life out. And that's why it's something that I keep telling myself. Like, I'm just starting my life out right now. Like, I can't compare myself with people who've been out here for years, okay? So, are people too obsessed with age milestones? Guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Omboy. Kindly say hi. Let me know where you're watching me from. Yep, and I'm gonna read your name out loud. We are talking about age is just a number. That's what you're talking about. Age is just a number. So how true is that information? So that's what you're looking at. And I'm asking something. Are people too obsessed with age milestones? I honestly think that they are, but let me wait for if anybody got something to say when it comes to that effect. Okay, and when you're talking about age is just a number, you know, I wanted us to mostly focus on like the relationship aspect of it, but also we can't ignore like age is just a number emphasizes the chronological age, emphasizes that chronological age should not limit a person's abilities, ambitions, or zest for life. Oh my god. Okay, so the things that you want to achieve and stuff. Okay, but but I feel like the way this whole thing age is just a number, how it's expressed is like, for example, competing in marathons at 70 or learning a new skill at 40. Okay, that's how it's usually mostly expressed. So, but also you can also express it when it comes to like romantic relationship with significant age differences. Okay, when we are talking about 30-year-old, 40-year-old age difference and stuff like that. Okay, so I think ultimately age is just a number. Okay, this is a reminder that life's opportunities, achievements, and passions are not confined by age. Age shouldn't determine what you achieve, what you become, and that embracing a positive mindset allows individuals to live fully at any stage of life. Okay, but that's where the whole age is just a number conflicts. So age is just a number, and you wanna pursue, you want to become what you want to become. But why should another person who is younger, why should they tolerate you um at that point where you are literally older? Okay, so there's a lot of things to discuss when it comes to this topic. There's a lot of ways that this discussion could go. uh so but let me know, does maturity matter more than age gap? Does maturity matter more than age gap? I think it does, honestly. First of all, I think the only limitation to like especially as a young person getting with an older person, the only thing is like if this person is acting excessively mature, like like you can't even be, when you do anything it's like, oh my god, you're really childish. You don't want to be listening to that every other day. You don't want to be listening to that, like you do any small mistake and then you're hearing someone tell you that you're really immature and stuff. You know, first of all, you knew that before you got with me. You knew that before you got with me. I don't know why it's a surprise. So does maturity matter more than age? Does maturity matter more than age when it comes to dating older or younger? Thank you so much everybody who is just joining in. My good name is Wamboy. I normally go live every day, Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Mm. Don't understand why people usually call. Okay. Does maturity matter more than age? Does maturity matter more than age? I think so. I think it does. I first of all, there's a problem because honestly, if you are a young person, you really don't want to be somebody who is excessively mature, and then you know you can't be out there practicing your childishness and stuff, because of course in your 20s you want to be out there, you want to be outside doing whatever you want to do, you want to be out there trying to become whatever you want to be. Okay, that's what you're trying to be doing out there. So you don't want somebody who wants to control you or to tell you what you can be or what you shouldn't do and stuff like that. So there's literally a problem with that. So but you guys, does maturity matter more than age? Does maturity matter more than age? I don't like people who call. Does maturity matter more than age? Okay, but honestly, when it comes to like talking about maturity, I think I'm not the best person to talk about maturity because I like to consider myself immature. Okay, until I turn 25, I like to consider myself immature. Okay, but what? Creepy. Okay, so as I was saying, I like to consider myself immature because honestly, I can't handle maturity. I really cannot be able to handle like, okay, I want to say that I'm not immature, but uh before you turn 25, I think you're allowed to be immature. You literally allowed to be mature. You're allowed to be anything that you want to be. Okay. uh, but I like what Ezra said, that like people who are dating extremely old people is because of hunger and poverty. Then so be it, they get to change their story. Oh, good God. So I think before I went for people to answer that, I have that pin, so it's gonna be right there. So I think something that I want to say, I feel like most people are just out here trying to tell women what they wanna be or what they are gonna be, what they are supposed to do. I feel like age is mostly emphasized when it's a woman, okay, and mostly it's emphasized even if it's an older guy with a younger woman. Most people will blame, or like most people will point their fingers at the young woman, okay, because I feel like for women our lives have always been planned, okay, our lives have always we've always been told what you're supposed to be, what you want to do. For example, today I made a video talking about like I don't want to be a strong woman anymore. I don't want to be, because when you are out here showing yourself to be a strong woman, you're literally very vulnerable. Okay, you'd rather not be a strong woman. Let everybody say that you are a failure. Okay, that's good because nobody will misuse you at the end of the day, and I just feel that's just fine by me. Like I don't want to be a strong woman anymore. I'm just so exhausted to be strong, you know. And even when it comes to this topic, you don't want to be strong. You don't want to be strong. You really want to be the one who is referred to as a failure, because how you know, let me tell you one thing, let me even lean over as I say this, how you know you're succeeding is how many people are calling you failure. Okay, the moment you hear a lot of people saying that you are a failure, just know that you're doing so fine, because you're disappointing them, but you're also uh prioritizing yourself. That's how, especially when it comes to like people who come from African countries. I know you all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but when if you want to be on everybody's good book, something that I've realized, I'm still learning a lot of things, and I like to share with you guys the things that I learned. I feel like when you want to be on everybody's good book, they're gonna take advantage of you. They're gonna, yeah, which is why they also, for example, you want to be on everybody's good book, then they want to tell you who you can be with, who you cannot be with, what you can do, what you cannot do, what you can pursue, what you cannot pursue. Okay, which is literally a problem by me, a very huge problem by me, because I honestly believe in like the a good life, like having a good life. That's why I was reading this book. I think I have read so many chapters for you guys. The Art of the Good Life. There's this book by Rolf Dobelli. I usually read. Honestly, I've not read it in a long time, but mostly we are talking about the art of the good life. And when it comes to even the topic that we are having, it's all about all the decisions that we make. Mostly, usually end up or lead up to a good life or a bad life. Okay. Wow. You don't know what I just opened. I opened something that says making friends with weirdos. Get to know outsider, but don't be one yourself. Yeah, make friends with weirdos. Oh Lord. Okay, so what are we gonna be doing for this hour? Honestly, I was late, like 30 minutes late. I don't know if you're gonna be doing 1 hour 30 minutes or what we are gonna be doing, but you guys still, we're talking about age is just a number. Let me know what you think when it comes to this awesome topic. Age is just a number. What do you think when it comes to the same? Oh, let me put you guys there and grab myself some water. Guys, welcome to the live stream. If you're new here, karibu sana. So we've been talking about age, just a number. Okay, so if you have something to add on that, still open. So let me know where you're watching it from. Let's do some open conversation. You can ask me anything. But still, we're gonna be talking about age is just a number. Age is just a number. Oh my God, Lord. And I think I really look pretty, and I know you guys are jealous. Don't want to compliment me on that one. Okay, honestly, like even when you look at, for example, I think for example, like my parents, I think they are almost the same age or something, or even if there's a difference, it's like 2 or 3 or 4, I don't know. But when you look at them, even after marrying people who are their ages, they have not accomplished anything. Like there's nothing. Sorry to say, God, I just hope they're not watching. Okay, but sorry to say, but literally, marrying someone your age doesn't make you any better than anyone else. Okay, so it doesn't. Honestly, sometimes somebody will marry somebody who's older than them, and then they just end up living a good life. They live a life where there's no man putting their hands on them, and then you marry your age mate, and you're constantly fighting. You're constantly, the house is constantly in chaos. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to say from experience, from parents who literally married same age mates or age mates or something, like it doesn't make life any easier because you got married to someone who's your age. It really doesn't. It doesn't make life any better. It doesn't make you richer. uh well, when if you marry people, somebody who is even older than you, it also doesn't make a difference, but maybe it can make a difference. There's more peace, there's more calm, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you guys, I'm still boiling some water here. So let me know which country you're watching me from. Wow. God. Let me tell you, I have had so many books with this YouTube. It better work out because, hey, well, I have Mimi Abby. Oh, Mimi Abby. Mimi, does Mimi mean mother? Mimi Abby says, I think love is something that's beyond age. You just fall in love before getting to know the person's age. Wow. Yeah. Okay, for example, in the case where you already know the person's age, Mimi Abby, in the case where you already know, let's say, for example, when it comes to dating sites, mostly you're looking at a profile and you're looking at the age right there. So it's your decision. Do you want to talk to this person who's this old? Okay. Even in that case, you can have your own stereotypes or why you wouldn't date them, but I feel like when you get to know who they are without the stereotype, you literally fall in love with them. You fall in love with how they treat you. You fall in love with their personality. Okay, So, maybe would you get married to someone who is 10 years older or 10 years younger than you? Would you get married by someone who's 10 years older or 10 years younger than you? But honestly, Mimi Abby, and I like the name Abby. My niece, is she my, yes, my niece's name is Abby. So I like that. I like your perspective of what you're saying. Like you just fall in love with these people without knowing how old they are. Okay, guys, if you're just joining in, my good name is Womboy. Thank you so much for being here. Kindly like and subscribe. Also, let me know where you're watching me from. Yeah, and Timu is calling. Let me know where you're watching me from. We've been talking about age is just a number. Age is just a number have been a connotation that have been used for so many years to say that like there's no limit to what you can achieve, what you can become. It doesn't matter if you're in your 50s, your 60s, your 70s. That age is just a number. You can become anything. Okay. There are people who become millionaires at 20. There are others who become millionaires in their 70s. Okay, and I think it's evident when you look at United States presidents and how they're usually like older. That honestly tells you that you can become anything that you want to be. Age is just a number because these men are out there running countries. Okay, so there's also that. Okay, I think I did ask. Mimi Abby says, I don't mind the age. I'm from Uganda. Oh, oh, okay. You don't mind the age. That's good. But okay, so in Uganda, people don't mind the age. Okay. Oh my God, Ugandans. And what does Mimi mean? Is Mimi a Baganda something? Meaning Mimi? Because in Swahili we say mama. Mama. When it comes, let's say you're saying mother too. So guys, if you're literally watching this and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. And let me grab my water as I wait for you guys to type. Ooh. You know one thing about live streams, or something that makes me to like the live streams. You know, for example, when you when you're recording this video, pre-recording them and then editing, you end up getting rid of so many things. But when you're in the live stream, like you don't have that option. Oh, wow. Guys, welcome to the live stream. We're talking about age is just a number. So would you date someone who is 10 years older or 10 years younger than you are? So also we've been talking about like the way people usually we have stereotypes that revolve around dating or like dating people who are older than you. So do you guys mind dating people who are older than you? Is age just a number for you? We have some people saying, somebody like Ezra said that like when you see a young person dating an older person is because of hunger and poverty. Okay, I don't know how true is that information, but would you Do you mind dating somebody who is 20, 30, 40 years older than you are? Okay. Honestly, as a person, as me, as one boy, I really don't. Because honestly, like I don't think it's fair to judge people, like to put them in a category and say, oh, you know what, I can't speak to this person because they are that old. No, I don't think so. I think you get to give somebody a chance, and you get to, as far as you like them, okay, and then you get to know their character. Because um I feel like age is just a number. I feel like age is just a number. So, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Omboy. Can you like the live stream and subscribe? I would really appreciate that. So, I usually go live every day, Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So, always look for me. CJ says, you are 10 years younger than me. I would definitely date. I would definitely date you. How do you? Oh, so you usually. Oh, Mimi is my part name. Okay. Okay. So CJ, you usually listen to my age. ah. Oh my god, that's really something. Farisha says, I'm back, baby girl. You're welcome on here. Bulelo Songolo. Hi, welcome back. Thank you so much for what is it called, for watching and being very active. You're literally one of the very active. I'm good. How are you doing? Mm, is this word Byron? Brian. Oh, Brian Hudson says, what's up? What's up, G? How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. So we are talking about age is just a number. Do you feel like age is just a number for you? Okay, guys, make sure kindly like the live stream and subscribe. God. CJ says, if she's young and has a sensible mind, of course, why not? Does she have to have a sensible mind? And I'm saying, if he's older and he has a sensible, is your fiance younger or older than you? Older. Why? Why? Older. Of course, you can listen to me what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I really don't mind, like somebody, I don't mind like my partner being older than me. Guys, we are talking about age is just a number. How true is that information, or like how does that apply to you? Do you think age is just a number? I feel like these are how old, if you don't mind us asking. I'll ask him if he wants me to share his business. So unfortunately that business does not involve me alone, but yeah. uh okay, I'm all up your business. Okay, I can see you guys are all up in my business. Okay, but um but yeah, the truth is I don't mind dating older people. But I feel like there's a downside to like dating older people. As far as there's upside to like dating people who are your age, and there's an upside to dating people who are older than you, there's also a problem. Like if somebody is not self-conscious, especially the older one, they might what is it called? What is it called? That thing where like, of course you're immature. Of course I know I'm immature, okay? And that's just what it is, like, because I can be mature. I'm just 23 years old. I can be mature, okay? But the other person, let's say you can do something and then they're like, oh my god, this person is really immature, okay? So these pros and cons to like dating older people, but I feel like for me, or how I see it, I feel like the pros outweigh the cons. I don't know for you guys. CJ, because you're saying that you would date younger people. Tell me about the pros and cons, or like which one outweigh the other one when you're dating younger people. Okay, because honestly, as far as you want to sit here and say that, like, oh, when you want to sit here and say, oh, when you date older people, is just advantages. It's not all advantages. There is, as far as this, and I know even for people who are dating younger people, there is pros and cons. Pros is that you're getting somebody with maybe little, almost little to no baggage. Okay. Well, when you're dating older people, especially, there's something that I've been very meticulous about. Like, honestly, one thing, I don't want a man with children already. That's one thing that's really very clear. Okay. I when I'm looking to date, I'm not looking for a man with a child. That's usually a non-negotiable for me. If you have a child, I can't see me getting serious with you, to be really honest, because I don't want to be a stepmom. Okay, because I don't want to be a stepmom. So that's something that's usually what is it called? The fact that I don't want someone with a child, especially men, these men with children, and I'm not in a bad, I'm not saying in a bad light or something. I'm just saying that, like, there's so many layers to dating men with children. There's so many layers to that, and you have to be ready. Anna Mihaki says, oh, my friend, yo, how are you doing? Hey, one boy, hey to you. I used to have a problem with it some time back, but in my current age, I really don't mind about it, as long as as long as I like the person and the chemistry is there, inclusive of their goals. Okay, no, yeah, that's it. But I feel like there's a problem when you know, you can even be into an older or younger person, but I feel like people around you, let's say family and friends, they didn't make it weird, like, oh my god, you're with someone who's older than you, like, how is that gonna play out and stuff like that. But honestly, at this point, I'm at the point where, like, oh my god, I gotta do what I gotta do, like, and it's about me, it's not about you all. So, okay, I see you, honestly, because first of all, I feel like the more we get older, especially for us women, the men who are our age, they are looking for women who are, for example, women and men in their 30s. Men in their 30s are looking for women in their 20s. Okay, so how about a woman in her 30s? How about look for a man in your 40s or 50s? Maybe, as far as you like them. So I completely agree with you, my friend. CJ says, I mean, it's just the person, because you can meet older people who are very mature. I know. Okay? There is, yeah, you can literally, I know, yeah. There is older people who are just so much immature. Like, an older person in a 10-year-old's body. Okay, Anna Mihaki says, your hair looks so gorgeous. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was waiting for you guys to compliment me. CJ says, likewise with the younger person. Yeah, you can find someone who is really young, but they are really mature. For example, I think your background, how you are raised, the type of problems you, or the type of this that you've had to navigate, really makes a difference, or like it dictates if you're gonna be immature or mature. Okay, and I would like to think that I'm so much mature than my age, and I feel like that also shows in my relationship. Like, I attract older people, maybe because I'm mature. I don't know. Ah, okay. So you guys, we are still talking about age is just a number. Lynn Hendricks says hi. Hi to you. Good to see you. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. You're talking about age is just a number. So how true is that information according to you? Okay, and I would like for the women in the chat, when you're looking for men to date, are you looking for men with children? Would you mind dating a man with a child? Would you mind dating a man with a child? Because I know it's complicated. You know, for women, it's easy. It's easy for a man to get married to a woman with a child, because mostly that will. But I feel like for a man with children is really complicated. First of all, as a woman, you're moving into this person's home, and then these children who are really entitled, they think that you're coming to take away their property from them and stuff. God, honestly, like, I can't see myself in that situation. I've tried, but I cannot. Yeah. So for me, it's really like, yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, but also I think there's something with older people. Older people, of course, they come with like a lot of experience, and also that can also mean a lot of baggage. Guys, welcome to the live stream. We are talking about age is just a number. Age is just a number. So let me know what is your experiences. As I said, like I don't mind dating older people. Like you're in your 50s, I don't mind. 50s, 60s, I don't mind. 70s, I don't mind. 80s is a little bit like, no, no. We are gonna see about 80s is like 80s is like a little bit of like nope, but but also there is room for conversation. But I'm joking. No, 80s no. CJ says I love your song, so chilled and laid back. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Lord, oh my God. Okay, but honestly, I am so tired with the society, like, with the societal standards and stuff. And I feel like people are out here judging people for sinning differently. The whole thing about age gap, okay, it's something that like I feel like is a topic that have been so weaponized or something. But this is just a raw topic. Like this is just a raw topic. You're free to like whoever you do like. You're free to like whoever you like. So, guys, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, let me get myself some sugar right here. Today I started the live stream later, but I like being consistent. I like consistency. Oh, okay. Lynn says, if I really like them, I would maybe, but if his kids or kid hate me, like, then I already stop for me. But if I just like him little bit, not than that. Another question, you are like 24, you like 70? What? No. I didn't say that I like 70, but I wouldn't mind it. Like, it's not like it's forbidden, is it? Okay, me as far I feel like as far as the other person makes you feel good or you like them and they like you back, don't feel like there's a problem with that. I don't feel like there's a problem with that. But honestly, you have to follow your heart. Lynn says if the kids of the man hates her, that's when it's like an immediate no. Okay. I totally agree. Okay, I think I was once this is still in my campus days where I was never serious with the relationships. Like in my campus days, you see, like the way people used to like move in together and then start living. I was never that person. Like that was not something that I was gonna do. No, I didn't want to move in with anyone. I never moved in with anyone when I was in campus. But back in the day, like when I was still in campus, there was this guy. I think he had a child. Uh, I think he did have a child, and like
Boy, this is still not ready. Again, you gotta feed it, but then actually work on your food.
uh-huh. Okay, I think I'm back live.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Okay. Oh wow. So I just needed to exit and go back in. Okay.
Let me do to get out of here. I love you.
Love you more. Take care.
You too. You have a good rest of your show.
Thank you. Oh. So I don't know. You be Okay, okay, so
Don't end it. Keep it going for at least 5 or 10 minutes to see if people come back so they give you an opportunity to explain that you were there, that there was a technical problem.
oh yeah,
If they don't show up in 5 or 10 minutes, then yeah, go ahead and end. But if they do,
well and good. Oh, I was still muted. Okay, okay, I'll do that. Guys, welcome back to the live stream. Oh my god, I was sitting here spinning for like all that time, thinking that you guys could hear me. God, but you guys couldn't. Okay, so I think when it comes to the topic, age is just a number. There's a lot of things. God, there's a lot of things that we just talked about, and I know it wasn't recorded. That feels so awful. That feels so awful. So I think we're gonna leave this the live at that. We're gonna leave it at that. Thank you everybody who showed up. But still, if you want to let me know, do you think that age is just a number? If you have an explanation or a logic, something that you want us to talk about, so let me know down here in these comments. I think I'm gonna see you next time. So you guys have a good day, have a good night, and until next time, bye bye.